Good evening, everyone. My name is John Anelli, and tonight I'm going to be doing a review for you guys of the Taylor Cream Sherry. Now, Taylor was founded in 1880 in New York. They are currently owned by Constellation Brands. Um, this particular product is considered a dessert wine. It is 18% alcohol by volume. It is described as a very sweet wine with nutty qualities to it, and it is made to be consumed after a heavy meal before you go to bed. It's definitely a sipper, um, not like most of the wines that you may be used to if you're used to table wine. This is a completely different animal right here. Now, I have had some of the other Taylor um, products. I've had the port and the tawny port. Both of those I thought were really, really good. And now, of course, the cream sherry. Um, all of those are 18% alcohol by volume. They also make a cooking sherry, which is 18% ABV, and they make another one called golden sherry, which I have not seen, but I'm pretty sure that one is also right at 18% ABV. So let's just go ahead and get into this thing. I already poured mine. Um, the color is very interesting. It's amber in hue. If you hold it up to the light, you might get a little bit more red in there. Um, it's a little brown hue as well. It's a very interesting looking appearance for sure. Almost looks like a flat Coca-Cola or something like that, but a little bit more red in there, I guess, if you hold it up to the light. The aroma is very pleasant. Initially, you get a lot of sweetness on the nose. You get some nutty qualities with this as well. And they say that you're supposed to pick up some nutty qualities, some walnut. You do pick up some grape as well. There's also something I really can't quite put my finger on. It's like a little sourness right in the middle, but it's not bad. It's just different, and I can't quite put my finger on it to give it a good description, but it's a very pleasant aroma, very, very sweet. I don't really pick up any of the alcohol on the nose. It's just a very, very sweet punch um, in the aroma. So let's go ahead and get into this. Cheers, everybody. These types of wines are definitely sippers with the high ABV. Initially, very, very sweet up front. Get some grape. Those nutty qualities that I was talking about on the nose follow through very well on the palate. You get some walnut, I think, is what I would describe it as. There's almost maybe a little bit of bitterness in there, but it's so muted because the sweetness is the most prominent flavor that you get. And it just kind of overrides any of the bitterness that's on the back end. But it's definitely there. It's just very, very small. It's a very enjoyable wine. Um, this is great. It's going on 9 o'clock my time. This is a great sipper to enjoy before you go to bed. It's not something you want to drink too much of, though, because I don't think you'd feel very good afterwards. Got to be careful with this. Very enjoyable, though. Um, very, very sweet. And at 18% alcohol by volume, you don't really pick up any of that on the palate. However, when you swallow it down, there is a slight alcohol burn in the back of the throat, which, I mean, really is to be expected for something like this. 18% alcohol is up there. So you're definitely getting a little bit of that on the back end, but it's very pleasant. It's very enjoyable. It's a good sipper. I haven't had too many wines. I've been getting into some of these higher alcohol wines, these dessert wines as they're called, and for the most part, I've had nothing but really good experiences. All of the Taylor products that I've tried have been excellent. So I'm going to go ahead and give this a rating. For my personal taste, this is an A. Now, I really don't have too much to compare this to, but for my personal taste, this is a solid A product. It's value priced. I got mine for $7.99 for a 750 ml bottle. However, I know that some places carry it for $4.99, which is a little disappointing that I can't get it for that here. But either way, $4.99 to $7.99, you get a great product. It's very well made. Company's been around for a long time. They know what they're doing with this stuff. So if you're looking to get into some dessert wines, if you like sweet things, um, this would be something to try. I would highly recommend something like this. And I personally wouldn't mix this with anything, but I can see the appeal, maybe adding some sparkling water, even some ginger ale Sprite, just kind of liven it up a little bit, get some carbonation in there. Heck, you could even garnish it with a lemon or lime wedge, get a little acidity, a little bit more acidity going in there. Um, Almost like a like a spritzer, pretty much. But yeah, I mean, this is a great product. I highly recommend it, and definitely give these products a chance if you've never had anything like this. I've never really been a big wine drinker, but I'm really getting into the Taylor wines, especially the port and the tawny port are fortified with brandy, or they are aged in brandy barrels to get the ABV up there. I would imagine that this is um, elevated in that same way because it does have a lot of similar qualities to the tawny port in particular. But I mean, it's definitely worth trying. It's unique. It's not really like anything else I've ever had. So I'm gonna end it there. And until next time, guys, cheers.